Okay, we're back. Dear friends, today I'd like to continue our series on Vulnhub. The virtual machine would be Pandavas. I will add the link into the description section below so that you can download this virtual machine. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate your help and support. So now, without further ado, let's just get started. To save time, I have already imported this virtual machine into the VMware workstation. Now we can go into the Kali Linux. As you can see, I have already identified the IP address of the virtual machine or target as 176. And then I did the nmap scanning, I did the scene scan, the virtual scan, the default script scan, and also I put the comprehensive scan option by -p-. From the nmap scanning results, as you can see, there are two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH surface, and also the actual version information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. And the second one is 80, which is running HTTP surface, and also the actual version information. So, what we are going to do next is to do some enumeration for the 80 port. Now, let's open up our browser and put the IP address of the target. As you can see, I think this is a static web page. And also we can check the source code to see whether we can find some interesting information. But I can tell you, nothing special here. And also we can check this site has a robots file, but it doesn't, not found. And then we need to make use of the tool to enumerate the directory or files on the target. For example, we can use the Nicto. The Nicto is very powerful web application scanning tool. Not only the Nicto can identify some common directories and also some files, but also Nicto can scan some vulnerabilities. But nothing special information here. Then we need to use the GoBuster. Yeah, GoBuster is one of my favorite directory enumeration tool. And we can specify the URL. And also we can specify the word list. Dear Buster, this is usually this is my first word list. And specify the option, extension option, like PHP, HTML, SHBAK, back, and TXT. But I can tell you, we cannot find any useful information. I mean, the directory or the files. And also, I changed when I did this virtual machine the first time. I tried several other word lists, but we got the same results. So to save time, I'd like to interrupt the enumeration process. So I think now we are a bit lost because we have already tried everything what we can for the TCP port. Now what we are going to do? What are we able to do next? Maybe we cannot forget the UDP ports, because the UDP scan usually takes a bit longer time than the TCP. So to save time, I have already did the UDP scan earlier. As you can see from this scan, we can know the SMP service is running over the target. So I think we can use some tool to enumerate some information which are related to the SMP service. The tool I'd like to use is SMP walk. And we just hit enter. This will give us the instruction how to use this command. For example, we can configure the version of the SMP. The version 3 is more secure than the version 1 and the version 2. And also we can specify the community like public. And let's do it. The version and the community is public. And the IP address is of the target is 176. Let's hit enter. Immediately we got some information which is related to the SMP, the MIB information, for example, like OID. But here, as you can see, there's some information, the string. I think this should be the user. And now we can make a copy maybe onto the pad. Now we can use the Hydra to make crack for the SSH service. And we can specify the word list of the RockQ as our word list. And the service is SSH. But I can tell you, we cannot crack the password for with the normal word list. I mean the RockQ. So to save time, I'd like to stop this Hydra cracking process. We need to generate our own custom word list for our purpose. The tool I'd like to use is CEWL, and the depth is 3, and we can specify the target IP address and output to dict.txt. Yeah, we can check. Yeah, there are 3 and 302 words in this dictionary, our own dictionary or word list. Now we can use the Hydra to do crack again, but this time we use this new word list. Let's hit enter. I think it will not take so much time to crack because the words, the number of the words in our own dictionary is small. It's fewer than the word RockQ list. So we'll wait for this to be completed. Okay, we have already got or retrieved the credentials. Now we can log in to the target, Kana. and hit enter. Accept the fingerprint and password. We just make a copy. As you can see, we successfully log in via SSH, and we can do very basic enumeration. For example, like cat the content of the bash history. You know, in some cases or occasions, the bash history file contains some useful information. As you know, the next aim or step is to elevate our privilege to root user. And also we can check whether this user can run the sudo, but the user may not run sudo on this machine. So I try to do some very much enumeration locally on this machine, but I can't find any vector to elevate our privilege. Actually, we need to crack the password for another user. As you can see, the 3 normal users in total. We need to we use the same dictionary to crack the password for this user. And let's make a copy. And now we can Hydra. And specify the word list. This time again we need to use the same custom word list. Let's hit enter. Yeah, it's taking a bit long time. Sorry about that. Anyway, we just wait for this to be finished. I think I didn't configure this command incorrectly. Maybe when you watch this video, you can speed up this part. Yeah, be patient. Yeah, finally we got the password for another user. We just make a copy. So now we can switch our shell to another user. And put the password. Yeah, now we have switched our shell. And also we can check the history file, nothing here. And also we can check the sudo. Yeah, as you can see, this user can run all commands. Next, it will be very easy to elevate our privilege. We just use the sudo and bin bash. As you can see from the banner, we have already become the root user. We can navigate to the root directory, and we can get or retrieve the root flag there. Okay, so that's all I'd like to go through this virtual machine. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.